everyone. So today we're going to talk really briefly about our little compost bins that you're going to have in your classrooms. And we've had these in the past, but every year I like to remind students of what goes in them and what doesn't go in them. So we have two kinds of compost systems at our school. We've got those green trash bins that are in all of your classrooms, and then in turn those really large green rolling bins that are in the hallways. So those are not what we're talking about today, all right? So they do say compost on them, and you might think of them as compost, and while they are compost, today I'm just talking about the little bins and the ones that come up to our Seven Circles garden. So you can see I'm sitting by our compost piles here, and everything that goes in these comes up here. Now there are certain types of things that you can put in here and certain things that we definitely do not want in here. So the main things that, let's talk about what can go in. The main things that can go in are going to be food scraps, right? So you finished your apple and you've got your apple core, you've got your banana peel, you've got maybe the top of a carrot. Let's say you got orange peels, lemon peels. I don't know why you'd have lemon peels. Let's say you've got egg shells. All of those can go in here. Anything that comes from a plant can go in this bin. If it comes from an animal, I'm talking milk, yogurt, cheese, meat, actual egg, cannot go into the little bin. Cannot go in here. This is for a couple of reasons, but the main two reasons are that it doesn't compost well, it doesn't break down well in our compost bin or piles. It just takes a lot longer. And the second is that the stinky smell of that rotting attracts animals that we don't really want in our garden. So it might attract things like raccoons who then might dig up the garden, or just attract... I just heard our little barn owl making... She's screeching. I don't know if you guys could hear that. Anyways, back to composting. Or like little mice that will come in and get, little cheeses or little bits of meat, and then they end up having their babies in the compost, which means then I can't take care of the compost because I don't have the heart to move or hurt the babies. So, no animal products. Nothing that comes from an animal can go in here. Other things that we're not going to be putting in here are anything that's plastic. So sometimes we get like little plastic fruit stickers or even straws or forks and spoons. Nope, that all goes in the trash. I know it can be tedious, but what would be a really great practice for you is just to pull off the sticker of your fruit or whatever you're eating before you eat it, and then whatever's left can just go straight into the compost, and that sticker goes into the trash, all right? Another couple things we're not putting in here are paper towels or tissues. That kind of thing just takes a while to break down, and it's just not something that we really want to be putting in here. If for some reason you have tea and it's loose tea, totally fine to put in here, or coffee grounds, totally fine to put in here. But tea bags are not okay to put in here because oftentimes tea bags actually contain plastic, and that just doesn't break down. As far as things like, let's say you had juice and you didn't finish your juice and you didn't want to finish your juice, instead of dumping it in here, just dump it down the drain. That's just going to make this a really slimy, nasty mess. All right? So I hope that's pretty straightforward with what goes in here and what doesn't go in here. If you have questions about, well, where do our paper towels, our tissues, or any animal products go? So if you have like an egg or a piece of cheese that, let's say your cheese is moldy or drops on the dirt, all that goes in the green bin, okay? Your green trash can, but not in here. I hope that's pretty straightforward. If you have any questions, ask your teacher and they can ask me, or you can ask me directly when you see me on campus. I'm so excited for you guys to be back, and I'm so excited to have our food waste stream back so we can be building our compost again to create soil for the garden. All right, see you soon.